Hey, what's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. Boss reacts to this vid. It's titled Colleen Ballinger Situation Gets Worse. Apparently, Jojo Siwa has come out to defend her, and she is saying that all of the allegations against Colleen are lies. They are lies. That's what she's saying. Let's hear what she got to say. Let's watch.
Jojo Siwa is getting a ton of backlash after going on Howie Mandel's podcast where he asked her about her friendship with Colleen Ballinger. And it seems she's feeling quite sorry for Colleen and seemingly saying the internet ran with lies. Now, Jojo and Colleen have been friends for years now. Jojo admitted on the podcast that she's known Colleen since she was 12, and the two of them have filmed tons of videos together over the years. Jojo is also close with Colleen's family as well. She's posted videos with Colleen's sister, her brother, and his whole family, so it's no secret that they've been friendly. I mean, Colleen is willing to show Jojo her uncensored birth vlog. Her sister and Jojo are talking about bedroom stuff on her podcast. Like, they are friendly. And it seems to be like Jojo is defending Colleen against the internet, seemingly feeling like the internet was the one who took this whole thing too far. I think there's just been so many layers to the Colleen situation, and it wasn't just one single thing that got her called out. It became one thing after another, but that's not how Jojo seems to see it.
I was 12 when I met her.
Right, it's like you saying all of the things that came out of our lives?
She's always been nothing but kind to me. Her family, nothing but kind to me. The internet can take a lie and run so far with it.
Sure, I'm gonna let you get your shit off, but I really hate that statement when someone is coming out to defend someone else. The statement, oh, they've always been nice to me. That is to you. They did not hurt you in any type of way. You are one person. That does not mean that they did not hurt other people. I don't understand why that is even relevant, how they treated you. Okay, cool. That's not really an indication of their character at all, because people treat other people differently. I don't get that. And every single time someone is coming out to defend someone, they always say that. Well, they've been great to me. They've always been a good friend to me. They've always treated me with kindness and respect. That's you, dummy.
Far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it. And I've had that happen to me. And I know Colleen very, very, very well. And I think the work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible. I think her creativity is incredible. Miranda Sings is a character, is a comedian. And I think that it's very hard to be a character where people are also looking at you as you're a real human behind that character. And I think being a comedian is very hard because you were able to do things years ago that were okay, and now that we've grown and we've matured, we've realized that they're not okay. You know what I mean?
It seems like Jojo is viewing this as people having a problem with comedy these days, as if she's being called out for old offensive jokes that she made. But it's not about just some old jokes that are suddenly offensive. It's about so much more. Talking to young fans, befriending them, talking appropriately in group chats, things she did at her live shows that made people uncomfortable, sending Trisha's OnlyFans photos to fans, making fun of her, and her unserious response to all of it. But something that I also want to say is that Jojo has known Colleen, like I said, since she was young, and Howie literally brings up that this is a concern. So she ends up explaining how they first became friends in the first place.
So we actually met because on Dance Moms, you know Tadra Call?
Yes.
Yeah. So on Dance Moms, Tadra Call had a party and invited the Dance Moms cast, and 4 of the girls went, and they discluded myself and Nia, who's another girl on the show. And we all knew Tadra, so we were fine with that, but then Colleen, as Miranda, surprised the girls. And me and Nia were devastated because we were massive fans, and we loved Colleen, and we loved Miranda. And then when the episode came out, Colleen saw how upset me and Nia were, and she reached out to Holly and was like, I would love to make this up to you guys. She was like, I was wondering where Jojo and Nia were. I had no idea that this was the case. Please, whatever you guys want. I just want to make the kids happy. I just want Jojo and Nia to not be sad anymore. And so we ended up going to dinner with Colleen, and it was me and my mom and Nia and Holly. And Colleen was telling me that night about YouTube and how her whole family did it and how it was awesome and she vlogged her life. And that night is when I went home and I made my YouTube channel and decided that was going to be my career, essentially.
Jojo also talked about looking up to Colleen and really idolizing her.
She's still trifling and a disgusting person.
She was a fan of her, and it all just sounds like the times when these kids from the group chats have come out to speak out about what it was like talking to Colleen as a fan.
Right, she sounded like she herself was...
viewed her, and then realizing later as they got older that it was inappropriate for her to be communicating with them in this way. But I think for Jojo JoJo because she has fame as well. She feels as though there's some sort of like exception there because her and Colleen can relate on some sort of level. So maybe that's why she's not seeing it. A little strange that the two of them are friends.
The difference with Colleen and I is we were, once I became her friend and she became my friend and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber, and I idolized that, you know? And so throughout our friendship, we've probably filmed 100 videos together. She's cool, you know? And I think the problem is the internet was able to capitalize off of her cancellation, and they still are, and they still are continuing to, and it's not okay because a lot of it is based off of lies.
JoJo does admit that making fans friends is not something that should be happening, but it seems her overall view on the situation is that Colleen isn't what the internet is painting her out to be.
Oh, I don't think that communicating with fans is, you got to be careful to not blur a fan line. It's very tough.
But for JoJo
and an adult child line, girl,
to say that a lot of it is based off lies is obviously very disappointing, and I think a lot of that is coming from her talking to Colleen, and Colleen probably personally defending herself to JoJo because that's what she said to Trisha. Trisha had come out to say that Colleen lied to her because when she got caught sending around Trisha's OnlyFans photos to her fans, Trisha said that she tried to confront Colleen about this, and she denied it, and she lied about the situation. Trisha also confronted her about a separate video that was going around where people felt like Colleen was calling Trisha a whale, and Colleen once again denied it and said that everything being said is lies.
I did ask her about this a couple weeks ago before there was the proof, so to speak, right?
I saw this. I'm tired of the Trisha and Colleen arc. I don't want to
JoJo, and that's why she's being so empathetic in this situation.
There have been a lot of people on the internet who have gotten hit with this cancellation. And a lot of them I know, some of them I don't know. And I look at it and I see that this is a sensitive subject. Somebody who is affected by any sort of anything having to do with adults and I mean,
girl,
for real grooming it's a very sensitive thing.
Obviously, for her to say it like that makes it seem like she doesn't view what has come out and what has been said as quote unquote real, but it is very real to those that have come out and shared their stories about Colleen, and I definitely think speaking out on this in this way was not the move for JoJo. And the way that JoJo was talking about this and cancellations, saying that she's seen something like this before, I believe she's talking about James Charles and Shane Dawson, who are two people that have also been canceled that are in her life. So I feel like we can't be too surprised that JoJo's willing to stand by Colleen, as she's still friendly with people like James Charles, and they were even recently just collabing. But this whole episode was just a mess, hearing all of this, and honestly she'll probably just think that the internet is attacking her with all of the backlash that she's been getting from this episode, but really I think that it's a situation of disappointment because if you look at what's come out, it's not good. Obviously, she isn't the only one who is willing to defend Colleen. She has friends and family sticking by her and fans who were still willing to show up to her live shows.
JoJo is trifling. I feel like it's one thing to be unaware of the situation and be unaware of all of the facts, but there's another thing to completely turn a blind eye to the situation. And that's what it seems like she's doing, because I'm positive that people have told her exactly what the allegations are and what Colleen is being accused of doing. And she has come out and said, well, these things are lies. I feel like that's the most ignorant, idiotic shit ever. You can know a person for years. You can literally even live with a person for years and still not know what they're capable of. Do you know how many stories have come out of parents of school shooters who've been like, oh my God, I had no idea. And they live with their goddamn kids. They're around them every day. But when they go to a school and shoot some shit up, they like, what? I had no idea this is what he was on. You got neighbors coming out, what? I saw this little nigga every day. I didn't know he would be capable of doing something like this. So just knowing someone or having a relationship with them, that is not enough. I feel like it's so stupid for you to come out and act like it's impossible for them to have committed what they're being accused of, because you don't fucking know. You don't know. What people are very complex creatures, okay? They can totally be the nicest, sweetest person to you, but be a serial killer when you're not around. How are you not? How are you not aware of this fact? Like I'm very confused. And she's 20 years old. I just looked it up. That's old enough to know better. Fuck out of here, JoJo. You sound stupid. Everything that she's been accused of, for you to sit there and be like, that's a lie. How the fuck you know? You wasn't there. How you know these are lies? People have come out with proof. How do you know that they're lies? Because she told you that they're lies? And you just believe in it because she helped you build your career? Like, that's just so selfish. You're only thinking about what she has done for you and how she's benefited your life and how great of a person she is to you. What about these other fucking people, JoJo? She sounds stupid. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you've been watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.